Yo, what if anime sky anime? This is me, yo creator, yo the channel owner, coming at you with another Naruto what if? Because I just thought about this. What if Naruto was a genius? I know there's so many out like this, but like, what if he was just like a genius? So he didn't really become a Jonin until after the war. So let's skip all that and let's say screw that. So backstory. Um, Basically everything goes the same until Naruto learns the multi Shadow Clone Jutsu. This is when he starts training, okay, after a little after that, this is where he starts training after let's say after the bell test, the little week right there, or was it a month? The month right there between doing A or D and D and E or D or F rank missions. He started training. So he trained with the Shadow Clones. He already knows the secret of the Shadow Clones from training so much. So he starts studying. And when they go on the Zabuza mission, Naruto's actually really smart. His taijutsu is basically Rock Lee level. Rock Lee level, I guess gate one, or nah, let's just say normal Rock Lee level. And his brains is almost up to, who's a smart character? Let's say Neji. Shikamaru's smart, but let's say Neji. Shikamaru's a genius. I ain't even gonna lie. All right, so I guess the arc still goes the same. Yeah, basically still goes the same. Being smart and knowing Shadow Clone's secret doesn't really help unless you can like create. Oh yeah. Okay, when instead of waking up late, he makes the Shadow Clone. Yeah, he make. All right, Captain. The Demon Brothers attack. Naruto doesn't get scared. Him and Sasuke bully them before Kakashi even uses substitution jutsu. They find out why they're attacking, and they realize they're after Tazuna, but they still go on the mission. Then, then what happens next? I guess this is the part where Zabuza first attack, and after this, Kakashi still gets water prison. Naruto and Sasuke still do the shuriken, but when Zabuza sends out clones to fight them, Naruto clones are and they get easily dealt with. The chakra and stuff, everything basically the same. It's Naruto just getting a little buffer, a little not a little stronger instead of being a scaredy cat. I guess the main event happens when I guess when Kakashi goes back to rest when he trains them into chakra control. Naruto basically after seeing Sakura do it, he takes about like 10 more tries and he makes 30 shadow clones to go off and try it himself without Sasuke knowing, and then Naruto dismantles all Naruto calls back all those shadow clones after say an hour, and then he shows Sasuke that he can easily do it. And then why he's doing that, I guess he had time to learn water walk so he could stand on water, and he also shows Sasuke and Sakura. I feel like Sasuke will have the hardest problem with this because he barely even knew how to walk on trees, and Sakura she won't get it on her like first. She'll try like 20 times before getting it, and then Naruto gives Sasuke some pointers like you do this with your feet, do that, and by the day of tomorrow, of when they're about to go back on their mission, Sasuke will basically learn how to do it. So when it's Zabuza and Haku versus Naruto, oh yeah, Naruto still meets Haku, and all that. When it's Zabuza and Haku versus everyone, everything basically is the same. I don't even gonna lie. Naruto makes his chakra is still way too much for how old he is. He makes like 100 shadow clones. 50 goes with him to deal with Haku, and 50 stays out once to protect Tazuna and Sakura, because Sakura she's basically literally useless. Hold up. Or my bad. My alarm just went off. I didn't want y'all to hear that. Sakura is basically useless. So Naruto 50 clones protect Naruto, or 50 Naruto clones protect Sakura and Tazuna. When Zabuza and I guess they split up in half to go help Kakashi. So confusing Zabuza because Zabuza got to fight Sharingan Kakashi, coming at him basically knowing what he's already gonna do, and a few Naruto's. But when Naruto get the Simbazon shot at him by Haku and and Sasuke goes to take him, Naruto enraged, and all the clones basically get a 10 times boost, and one clone gets a hit on Zabuza, or no, like a few of the clones get decent hits on Zabuza, and then Naruto basically everything goes the same. When Kakashi's about to destroy Zabuza, Haku moves in the way, but it's really closer this time. Instead of hitting Haku body, he pierces through Haku, and Zabuza is basically almost bleeding out, so he's almost dead anyways. This is when Gatsu comes, Naruto and Zabuza go against him. Zabuza does not make it; he does die, and the bridge is named the Great Naruto Bridge. This is when the test begins. Test when this is when they find out about the Chunin exams. So Naruto goes off in his normal training. He does meet Jiraiya, and what he learns? He basically instantly learned everything since he knows the secret of the shadow clones. That's super big in the series. He the frog test. He summons Yamabuto right off the bat. He makes the he summons what's the small one? What's I Gamachucha Gam he summons Big Toad and then Gamachucha. I think Gam it's something Ga. I'm gonna just call him Ga because he summoned the small frog, and then yeah, that's they become friends, and then he summons the grateful frog on his third try because I don't know on his third try showing Jiraiya he could summon any frog, almost any frog he wants, and then on his last try he summons Pa, and Jiraiya is just actually surprised, and Naruto tells Jiraiya that he knows about the clone secret, and Jiraiya says, "Understandable. That I see why you know this." So Jiraiya decides to give Naruto a few pointers on the what is it, the Rasengan. So he shows him the first two steps. Naruto basically instantly got it down by the end of the day, and he's begging for the third step, but Jiraiya won't give it to him. He won't show him. He won't teach him. He won't tell him. And later in the future, he say later. Jiraiya goes off on his training. Naruto still got another week of just training over whatever he wants. So he improves his taijutsu, and he realized if he does pass this test, becoming a chunin, that will take brain. So he studies also. So basically, make 200 clones. 100 goes study and 100 practice with him on taijutsu, and training him and beating him up. And he does the same. So this is improving his brain, his taijutsu, his endurance, and his defense. Because hitting himself and taking the damage back, understandable. That's a lot of pain if you're strong. And Naruto's definitely not a weakling. And brain, yes, because studying, and endurance because you're making 200 clones that's doing something instead of just poofing automatically. So I guess no, like 5 days, he meets Lee. He finds some training in the woods, and Naruto decides to train with him. And his clones is off. This is the real Naruto. He's thinking of ways to improve his fighting strategy. I don't know where I heard this from, but let's give Naruto the explosive clones. So he has clone. In the clones he make, there's explosive tags in their mouth. Oh, the bell test that still goes the same. I'm sorry, Kakashi. I'm sorry, Naruto. Now, but Kakashi still will bully you. And I guess it's now time for the first test of the first one of the first Chunin exam, which is the Rin exam. Naruto. Naruto doesn't really need to cheat, but I mean, he does answer more than just one question this time, so that's improvement. He doesn't need to cheat, and Hinata is still next to him. Naruto kind of catches feelings. I ain't even gonna lie, right there. He sees Hinata. He's like, "Oh my gosh, this is distracting me." Because ninjas aren't supposed to. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. He does notice Hinata likes him though, so he's not as dense, and he's not exhausted. The last day of training, he he slept all day. He just ate. He ate ramen. He went out. He's just a relaxing day. And I guess I don't know what they use for calls, but he sent a bird out to Jiraiya telling him to come watch him become a Chunin. So Jiraiya is on his way back to the village. Um, I guess the second exam is the Force of Death. So Naruto, like I said, he passes the test. Um, I guess he could do what Gar did and took out a proctor, a pro, I don't know how to say examine. Yeah, he just passes. Everything basically goes the same. He answers more than one question. Didn't answer them all. He didn't get a Minato score, but he could have if he would have practiced more. And now it's the Force of Death. They get the same scroll. Naruto sends out clones when he sends out he sends out, let's say, 500 clones. He makes them all pair up in two groups. One to be the virgin, one to be the serious one or the fighter. Um, once the clones defeat Slaughter, basically, or not Slaughter. Let's say let's call them palms. Let's call non important characters. So yeah, um, and let's call one of these non-important characters Orochimaru's group. Not Orochimaru, but the group he sends after him, after to go get Sasuke. Let's say he defeats them, and this is when Naruto realizes that, oh, okay, he found the group, the decoy clone poof, and they got the scroll. So Naruto calls back all. No, no. They go through. They start heading to the middle, and he tells the clones to defeat anyone that gets in the way and meet up. So they all. I guess Naruto still goes pee. And, I mean, Naruto. Nature still calls for Naruto. This is when a snake comes. It doesn't make Naruto pass out unconsciously. Naruto dodges it because I guess he also got a clone with him, and I don't want to say this clone acts like the Rinnegan, but he nah. Snake hits him. Naruto gets hit it by it. It doesn't pass out. He flips over on its head and puts a kunai in it, making it desummon. And Sasuke and Sakura are face to face with Orochimaru. Naruto comes back fast, super fast, tells the clones to get here now. Why he, why he, why he protects Sasuke and Sakura. I mean, stronger Naruto. I'll make a stronger Sasuke. Why not? So Sasuke is about normal Naruto level with his brains, with Sasuke brains and jutsu. So this Naruto is basically on Gar's level. Gar doesn't even scare him, but he's also on Rock Lee's jutsu, so understandable. But his genjutsu sucks. But his chakra control, his ninjutsu, and his taijutsu are his main fighting styles. So when Orochimaru comes, a he sends a wind bullet jutsu. Let's say that, yeah. And let's wind bullet jutsu. Let's screw it. And Orochimaru gets hit by it. He's actually surprised. Naruto he's a brainiac, so he knows who he is. He can't fight Orochimaru. He grabs Sasuke and Sakura and takes off. The clones finally gets back with all the scrolls they got. So they got basically 10 of every scroll. Slaughter is slaughter. I mean, diversions. I mean, decoys are decoys. So when Orochi, and then they hide him in a bush somewhere. So Orochimaru still seals the nine tails, even though Naruto basically doesn't even need the nine tails. He only needs it a little sometimes. He steals the nine tails. Naruto doesn't really get phased. It only hurts him a little. He goes down for about 5 minutes. I don't even know. Sasuke gets bitten, and Sakura, let's make her a little bit useful. So she's actually just stalling for Orochimaru. She's trying right when Sasuke is about to get bitten. She throw kunai, so she's not completely useless. Um, when she does miss, Orochimaru takes the chance to hit her, knock her out, and then bites Sasuke. When this happens, it's been about Naruto pass out time. When Naruto wakes back up, he realizes his clones are dispersed, so he makes 100 more to follow Orochimaru. And he realized that the clone he sent out when he first noticed Orochimaru has poof, so he makes three more to go tell that Orochimaru is here. And yeah, so I know I said that the yeah, okay. Orochimaru basically flees with the 50 clones following him and the three clones going the opposite way out of the forest. So I guess all 53 is following him. Um, Orochimaru, once like 10 catch up, Orochimaru tr- tries to just put a kunai to them and make them poof, but then they explode in a different clones as Naruto's secret style exploding clone jutsu. And Orochimaru was actually surprised he gets burned from this. Not really nothing Kabuto can heal, but he's surprised. So they get Orochimaru did eat the scroll, by the way they had, but they take another one. And when Rock Lee and them passes by, they ask them if they need a scroll. They pass it on. They give them the extras. They just go to the middle. And I guess this Gara did beat them there, so Gara's there. Oh yeah, did they meet before the Zim? Nah, they didn't meet before the Zim. Ooh, but Sasuke, oh, I forgot a part. All right, Gara is there, and Naruto's there, and then Naruto squad joins. And I completely forgot this. Naruto versus Rock Lee and Sasuke versus Rock Lee. Rock Lee challenged, I say Sasuke, because Sasuke got the Sharingan, and he's basically a genius back in the middle school or academy years. But he didn't know how he doesn't know how overpowered Naruto just become over just within the last few 3, 4, 5, I think like 3 months. So Sasuke accepts, and then Naruto realizes that he's actually strong. So he want to fight him, and Rock Lee accepts because he wouldn't mind taking a fight from fighting anyone. And Naruto and Rock Lee actually they start. Naruto's keeping up. Rock Lee is actually surprised that someone's keeping up with him at this speed. He says, "You are only using taijutsu because he knows stuff can enhance him, like the gates." Naruto says, "No, I'm just using all taijutsu, nothing more, nothing less, a little bit of speed," and he's Naruto's actually up to Gara opening the first gate at this point, so Gara's kind of got to do that, and then when it gets to the second gate, Guy pops in and say, "Okay, it's time to stop that." Youth and turtles and this that. Naruto's realizing that he was gonna lose if Guy didn't step in because Lee just got faster. So yeah, fun introductions. Naruto's surprised by Lee, and he does know that he learns that Lee can only use taijutsu, so he gives the squirrels to them out of, I want to say, friendship and devotion and pity. He wants to fight him in the exams, so it's not really pity. So yeah, um, I guess this is where I'm going to end it off. Yeah, let's end it off right here. Alright, this has been fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed. What if Naruto was a genius? Part one, and let's get to 3 likes, cause like goals is a like goal. If you reach that like goal, I'll come back with a what if Naruto was a puppet master, or what if Deku won? Cause I got more Deku ones. I got one on its way. I'm thinking of one so far, and the puppet master I can easily think of one. Just tell me down in the comments what y'all want to see. Anything y'all want, give me a new one. Give me something new to work on. Yeah. All right, later, guys. Good. I Yeah. Enjoy.